ba, be, bi, bo, bu, ka, se, si, ko, ku, da, de, di, do, du, fa, fe, fi, fo, fu, ga, ge, gi, go, gu, ha, he, hi, ho, hu, ja, je, ji, jo, ju, ka, ke, ki, ko, ku, la, le, li, lo, lu, ma, me, mi, mo, mu, na, ne, ni, no, nu, pa, pe, pi, po, pu, kwa, hwe, hui, fo, fu. So with this list of combinations I have right here on the board from B to Q, we're going to be forming words. So I would like to use this to open your eyes and see what I have been talking about. That is how you can actually form words with the grouping of sounds. Okay, so today we're going to be focusing with these two letter combinations as well as some of these ending parts. We have the shon, this shon, and this shon again, the it, the ent, as well as the h. Okay, and the rest of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna go this way. I'm gonna be picking combinations from here and from here to form a word. Okay, so let's go. So the very first one I want to choose right here is the fa. This is fa. If I write fa, fa, okay, I can decide to pick C. This is ka, se, si. I pick the ci, the c. I have fa, si. Okay, I can come again and pick the li. This is li, la, le, li, li. The li here, I have li, and I decide to pick, okay, t. So this, I have facility. Okay, to complete it, I just add y. All right, we don't have this letter here, but I have taught this in one of our video, this very sound, the ty. Okay, so we have facility. Can you see what we just produced? We just produced a word, facility. Okay, good. Let's try another one. Let's pick the letter de, da, de, da, de. I pick de, that is the de. Okay, go again and pick ka, se, si. I'm picking c again. I add ci here, that's deci, deci. And I choose this shon. I'm going to have decision. Okay, I'm able to produce decision. So I have decision, decision. De the de, ci the c, and shon, decision. So we just produced decision. You can see how it is going. Let's look for another word. So now let me decide to pick di, da, de, di. Okay, I pick di, the di. All right, so I decide to pick the fi. Okay, fa, fe, fi. I add fi. All right, I go again and pick the ni, na, ne, ni. I put ni. I have defini. I pick shon from here. I just got definition. Okay, D-I-F-I-N-I, shon, definition. Okay, so we've been able to produce facility. Fa, fa, si, si, ka, se, si, li, la, le, li, ti. Facility. Put together we have facility. Now again we go again, we have de, da, de, si, ka, se, si, decision. From here we got our shon, we have decision. Decision. We equally have di, da, de, di, fi, fa, fe, fi, defini, na, ne, ni, definition. The shun we get from here. Remember, sounds are usually paired in 2, in 3, in 4, even in 5. Another one, we have la, le. This is the le. We pick L, E. Okay, we go for G, ga, ge, gi. We pick gi. Remember, these are usually pronounced in 2 forms. So right here we have this to be gi, gi. And if we choose this to be G and I, it's going to be what? G, okay? That is, instead of being G, we pronounce it as G. All right, so right here, I'm going to pronounce it in this word as G. So I have le, G, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pick T, okay? We don't have T for this today, but let's just pick T. T-I is T, okay? I add T-I. So we have G-I, we have legit. Now let's go on from here and pick what should be ending this word. I want this word to be legitimate. So how do we get mate? So I'm gonna go here. This is 8. From here I can get, if I choose to add B here, it's gonna be bait. I add C, it becomes Kate. I add D, date. I add F, fate. I add G, gate. I add H, it becomes hate. I add L, it becomes late. If I add M, it's gonna give me what? Mate. Okay, so I add M to this, it becomes mate. This is 8 plus me, we have mate. Are we good? So I'm gonna add mate right here, and I'm gonna produce legitimate. Are we good? So we have legitimate. Okay, let's try another one. For instance, if I pick me, ma, me, me. If I pick me, the M-I, and decide to pick lo, la, le, li, lo. Okay, I decide to add lo, I'm gonna have me, lo, me, lo, me, lo. Okay, if I pick ko, I have ka, ke, ki, ko, ku, ko. If I add ko here and I go right here, ba, be, bi, bo. This is bo. If I add bo to this, I'm going to have ko, bo, ko, bo, ko, bo, kobo. Okay, now if I go again, I decide to pick D. I have D, I. Okay, if I add G to this, I have dig, dig. If I add P to this, I'm going to have deep, deep. Okay, now it is possible for us to have 2 letter sounds and add a letter, and it's going to give us 2 letter words. Just for instance, we have here. If we add M, it becomes him. This is ha, he, he, based on sounds. He, you add M, it becomes him. Now we go again. If I add N to this, it's gonna give me ban. This is ba, N, ban. If I go again and add N to this, I'm gonna have men. This is me, ma, me for the sound, me, N, men. Okay, then I go again, I decide to add N here. I'm gonna have mean, mean, mean. Okay, so let's move on. I go again and take pa. This is pa. Okay, I decide to add another pa again. I have papa, papa, papa. All right, if we choose again boo, this is boo, ba, be, bi, bo, boo. You choose boo and boo again, you have boo boo, boo boo, boo boo. All right, so remember, the essence of doing this is for us to know how to pronounce words. So I'm trying to break it down as possible as I can for everyone to get this correct. So you can see that from all this, we are able to form words. The same way we get the sounds here is what we have here. But just know it that English has forms of pronunciation. That is, they have different way. These combinations, the letters of English are pronounced. This can be pronounced as be at the same time as ba. Yes, be and ba. When it is pronounced as be, That means this is pronounced as the B we know and as the A we know. That is why you see some words, instead of them being pronounced as ba, you hear be. For instance, if I add B here, instead of me to have bat, I'm going to have bait, bait, because it is pronounced as B and A, not B and A, okay? B and A, no, B and A. We can pronounce B as B at the same time as B. Are we good? And A as A the same time as A. Do you get it now? So know this pattern, know the other pattern. It is very important. This is B. You can pronounce this as B and as be, okay? B, be, B-E, B. You can see the E sounding, be, B, e, be and e, be. Do you get it? You equally have this as me and me, me, ma, me. Now the me here is the second way we recite the alphabet, okay? But me, the M-E, okay? Me and me. It depends on which of the word is using this. The word that is appearing determines how it is being pronounced. For instance, I have decision. Now this decision, someone can call this as decision. You are not wrong as well. Decision, you are equally not wrong. The main thing there is that it is pronounced, that is, the combination is actually pronounced, okay? So let's try more words. For instance, I pick ma. This is ma. If I write M-A, I have ma. I repeat it again, I'm going to have mama, mama, mama. Now if I write ma again and decide to put na, this is man, na, man, na, man, na. This is paired in 3, I know, because we are actually focusing on 2. But I'm just trying for us to understand that these sounds are normally what we get in words. When you know how to recite these sounds, you actually know how to pronounce them when it comes to words. You actually know how to write them when it comes to words. For instance, you want to write dog, dog. This is do, da, de, di, do, do. Okay, do. Now you add G, you have do, g. This is the gu sound, ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Okay, we have dog, dog, the good sound. Now we can say again, you want to write him. You pick the he sound, H-I, ha, he. You add me, him, me sound, that is the M. You have him, him. Okay, you may choose P, pa, pe, P. You pick P. You add N, the letter N, that is pin, n, pin, pin. Okay, you can as well come here and pick mo, that is the M-O. This is mo. Let's recite it. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Okay, so we have mo, and you decide to add shon. You have motion. This is motion. Okay, again you can choose to write mo. We don't have V, but let's just do move. This is move, move. This E here is actually silent. We have move. Okay, now if I add ment here, I'll just have movement. M-O, mu, V-E, movie, movement. But because this E is silent, we have movement. Now again, I can choose to pick the key. This is key, K-I, the key, and I decide to, okay, pick low. This is kilo, kilo, li, la, le, li, lo, ki, ka, ke, ki, lo, ki, and lo. Okay, we have kilo. It is so on and so forth. The main deal here is for you to master how these sounds are being pronounced. Okay, the ba, be, bi, bo, bu, ka, se, si, ko, ku, da, de, di, do, do, fa, fe, fi, fo, fu, ga, ge, gi, go, gu, ha, he, hi, ho, hu, ja, je, ji, jo, ju, ka, ke, ki, ko, ku, la, le, li, lo, lu, ma, me, mi, mo, mu, na, ne, ni, no, nu, pa, pe, pi, po, pu, kwa, kwe, hui, who, who. This is where I call it short for today's video. If you're just joining us, thank you for stopping by today. Don't make it the last time you're going to be seeing this face. You can actually join us if you like what we do here simply by subscribing. When you do, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, because in that way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Keep staying safe. See you in our next class, and bye for now.